Alright, what is going on, UTM26s? How y'all doing today? And it is almost time for the Nintendo Switch presentation. As I'm recording this, it is Tuesday the 10th of January. Obviously, presentation's on the 12th, so it's almost here. But basically, I just wanted to make a video, before obviously the presentation happens, just sort of talk about things I'm hoping to see. I'm not really I'm not going to talk about like rumors or anything like that. I don't know, maybe I will. Basically, just wanted to talk about stuff that I'm hoping we'll see. And I think sort of the biggest thing that I really want to hear about is I want to hear more about what they have planned for competitive Splatoon. And so I want to see more of what they were hinting at during the Switch reveal trailer. Whether that's going to be like they'll announce tournaments or whatever, or league. I don't know what they're going to announce, but I hope we do get to see something surrounding that. And the second thing I'm hoping to see, and sort of I think we will see this. I'm expecting that we'll learn exactly what we are getting with this game. People have obviously been going back and forth about whether it's a new game, a direct sequel, or it's it's a port or whatnot. But basically, I'm almost positive we'll get our answer to that, and I'm pretty sure it'll be that we're actually getting a sequel. There's just too many things they've already shown off in that. I don't know, what was it? Maybe 20 seconds, maybe even less of actual gameplay. But you know what I'm saying? The footage that we've seen, it's just like there's no way that they're gonna make it anything but a new game, in my mind at least. But moving on, and the third thing I'm hoping to see, and this sort of ties into my last point, or my last hope, I guess. I'm hoping we'll find out what we're gonna see for maps and stuff. And obviously, this sort of does depend on what we're actually getting in terms of the game. Like, obviously, if it's a remake or if it's a port, then we're probably not going to see too much that's actually new. But again, I don't really expect that. So I'm hoping what we'll see is that we get all new maps, all new weapons. I don't really want to see them return anything, at least for launch. I think you would entice more people if you were like all new, and maybe then do some throwback stuff for DLC, maybe a few of the maps. But I think to make it for the genre of shooters, or the shooter genre I should say, the whole, if they were just to basically throw in a bunch of old maps, I could see them doing it simply because of what they do with Mario Kart, but I don't know, it's more of a nostalgic feel. And so I think if they were really to look at sort of the history of how shooters tend to do sequels and everything, I think it would make a lot of sense for us to see all new maps and all new weapons. Now, the fourth thing that I'm hoping we'll see, and this is something I'm actually really excited to learn about, but also a little scared, and that is, I want to see what we're going to be able to do with Splatoon on the Switch when we're playing in the mobile mode, so when we just have the tablet, right? And the reason why I think this is really a big part, and why I think they have to make this a big part of their presentation when talking about Splatoon, is because if they don't utilize this feature well, we're going to be looking at something sort of like what happened with the Wii U, where they're like, oh yeah, great, you have this gamepad, and it'll be like you can play off screen, and it'll be really great for games are going to utilize it really well. It's going to make gaming so much better, and then no game really used it that well. You could probably argue Splatoon used the best, and you basically just tapped it a few times a game. Like it was just a map, right? And so if they're gonna push this mobile home console hybrid, then I think they need to really nail their usage of this mobile feature. And so to sort of move on to what I think we'll see in terms of what we'll actually be able to do when we're using the Switch on the go, I don't think we'll be able to play multiplayer One, because it just wouldn't, I don't think you could create a balanced game if you were to have people playing against, or people playing on the handheld playing against people when it's docked. That just wouldn't be very competitive, right? And then the second thing is that I don't think we're gonna see a Switch with 3G or 4G. I just don't see that being likely. So I don't know. Maybe if you were connected to Wi-Fi, maybe you could. I just wouldn't expect to see multiplayer capabilities in the mobile mode. And so obviously, like, that's sort of like yeah, if you can play the game on the go, right? Because they've already shown us that you can take Zelda with you and play, but that makes a lot more sense, right? Zelda's not a multiplayer game. So sort of other features that I could see them implementing, I think the single player is something they would have to have. I feel like if you don't have a way to actually play the game while you're traveling, and if you're not going to give us multiplayer, I think single player is an absolute necessity. Other stuff I would like to see theater, so we can watch back our old games with like a dynamic camera, maybe something to do with the sharing and like the sharing features that we've seen hinted at. I think it was in the patents that we saw potential for that. But so yeah, I would expect. I think single player is almost a guarantee, and then I'm also hoping for some sort of theater feature, because it would. I think it, in terms of like, obviously not everybody has a capture card, and so if you're gonna give people a way to actually capture their gameplay without needing an external device, that would be huge, right? And I think that would be very good for the potential growth of Splatoon. If everybody who has a Switch in Splatoon can like get their gameplay and show it off. And the final thing I'm going to talk about, and this is probably the thing that I think we are least likely to actually see during the presentation, as I want to know about the new, or what I'm predicting to be new, ability system. And so what I just don't think that that Nintendo wants to push this game as competitive. Like, they want this to be a competitive staple in esports. They can't have a system where players are basically betting on RNG to use the gear that they want. Like, it's not. I don't think it'll ever be accepted, or Splatoon will ever be accepted, if you have something that random as a key feature in your game. So either way, guys, that's going to do it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. Obviously, if you enjoyed, please remember to click that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!